Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Indiana Hoosiers taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Hoosiers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers offense will get first crack at it here. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the...
Breaks into the open. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. The Huskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to pass, it's Burks. Snagged out of the air. Some really tough running there, gets him to the 45-yard line. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers have this offense rolling. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
The Cornhuskers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Now on the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Got the first down and more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got
some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Finds the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Using his legs to buy some time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Burks. That's caught. It's Tompkins. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. It's a draw, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the side.
anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Now they'll try the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts.
There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Austin. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 4 over New Mexico. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Fighting off the defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Back to throw, it's Burks. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup, because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive.
Grabs it inside the 15. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive to get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously, in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
He makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll go to the sneak. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Throws to the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the game plan has been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the Huskers will go for it here on 4th down. They'll go to the fullback. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Burks. Big guy smells it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable.
Cornhuskers will kick it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up. Turning it on! Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to.
It's picked off. That's number 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Peters. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. So now it's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Burks. Got his man on the right. On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side now. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And here comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 11 over Boise State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing it in.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Austin. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Hoosiers are on the move. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun to give, looking for room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but they'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Oh, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looking for room. It's Peters. He has the first and still on his feet. Wide open spaces. He's at the touchdown, Cornhuskers. And the punishment has been extended. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. How about that running back lumbering his way and getting into the end zone?
Way to find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known for long runs and your fast speed, but all you got to do is get it done. Have the agility, have the awareness, score the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle. Coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Lining up from the 34 on first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Right back to him on the ground. Breaks into the open. Snowed under by the defense. The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Using his legs, it's Peters. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, running back gets the gift. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get two to the 29. And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? To the air, it's Austin. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Peters. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Indiana has the ball back and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And it's on the guy behind center to get this offense going. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
Here we go.
He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He ends up getting tackled at the 34-yard line. And 1st down for the offense.